In 2018, Bethlehem, PA, I went to my first ever open mic and it went horribly. I bombed.
And I'm real, real gone.
Clap it out!
I can't stand up by myself.
I'm sorry, guys. That's probably gonna be the funniest thing that's gonna happen on the stage when I'm up here. I apologize in advance. You know, I'm not in the right state of mind to be up here, actually. I just recovering from a breakup, you know? It's tough. Just this morning, actually, I got in an argument with my girl, and it was stupid. It was real stupid. She was telling me how she has a disadvantage because she was born with a resting bitch face. I think that's what she called it. But being the nice boyfriend that I am, I looked her right in the eyes, grabbed her by her hand, and I said, honey, you don't have a resting bitch face. That's just you being a bitch. And from there on out, it was done. I mean, it was all over. She said, get the hell out of my car. I mean, it sucks, man. But I'll tell you, I mean, that's probably not the only reason why she threw me out. But it's probably because I can't make her come, for being real here. You know, some guys just have a magic dick. And I'm sorry, but I don't. I don't have that dick. But I'll tell you, she'll be back. Don't worry. She will be back. As I was walking out, I took her Starbucks gift card. That bitch is going to realize real quick, man, they're not free in the morning. They're not. I'll be there. I'll be there to pay for them. But, bombing was by far the worst experience I've ever had to this day. I ended up not going back on stage until 2 years later. It was probably one of the hardest times to start stand-up because it was the peak of COVID-19. It was near impossible to find open mics. I'm not a funny person, so like this is me trying my hardest.
About the pace?
Okay. Alright, fuck it. You guys got anything else for me tonight?
What's your mom doing later?
What's my mom doing later?
Yeah.
She's in bed, dude. That's not fair. Alright, guys. Hey guys, so why did the chicken cross the road, am I right? Turns out he was like overdone. Okay, so it turns out I bombed for weeks after this. So you're probably wondering, why are you telling us that you sucked? Why did you keep doing this after you were bombing so bad? Because honestly, I think it was a very, very important part of the process. I think you need to suck to get better. I'm going to share my story and my horrible sets with you guys so you can learn from my missteps what you actually should be doing when you start doing comedy.
So are you guys ready for our next comic?
So why did I start doing comedy in the first place? Ever since I was a kid, I was the class clown. I mean, I was saying stuff that other people would never dare to say. And then after school, I would run home and watch The Chappelle Show with my brothers.
Tom Murphy! That was cold-blooded!
I was just around comedy. I loved to laugh. It was a way to escape. And today, with cancel culture being at its all-time rise, it's harder than ever to express yourself. And honestly, I think comedy is a way for you to truly express your feelings. And it might seem weird saying this, but to me, comedians are our modern-day philosophers.
It's that simple. You got to fuck.
They express how they think through humor. Everyone thinks that they can do it, but very little people actually do, and then even less people continue to fail.
For 2 hours because the hate was coming in giant waves, and I just couldn't acquiesce. I couldn't lose the fight. So I stayed up until about 2 hours later, I said I was leaving to a standing ovation. They just loved it because they were just like this. And I left the stage, and then I crawled through the crowd and jumped up behind the piano and began to sing, "I hate you all, you gave me cancer."
Nobody is ever going to be good the first time they step on stage. They think they're gonna kill, but trust me, you're not.
Nobody even knew I was on. And I went to the guy afterwards and I said, okay, I want to get paid now. I finished my show. He goes, oh, I didn't know you were on. I said, no, nobody did.
For my second time doing stand-up, well, you know what? I'll just let the video do the talking for me. I like those shoes. Those are pretty retro. You beat the hell out of them, though. It's pretty cool. Do you skate? No. It looks like it.
I don't shred the knob.
No.
I don't shred the knob.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm a piece of shit, you idiot. Yes. All right.
This should be the act.
This is the act, man. Thanks for just tolerating me and allowing me to talk, because I obviously don't deserve it.
You guys think
Good night. I'm Isaac. Love you. I was forced to do crowd work, if you can call it that. King Coffee taught me how to just be comfortable with a mic and my thoughts. But I felt a certain level of comfort there, to the point where I wasn't really caring what these people thought of my material, and that caused me to lack in my writing. It wasn't until I went to Black and Blue and made my next level up. Already. Bad. I didn't write any fucking material. It was all downhill from here. Alright. Started up here. You guys believe in global warming? Can I just have like a clap-a-rooner for a global... Yeah, you believe? Believers? I like to see that. I'm also a fellow believer. But finally, guys, I have a solution. I've done it. I cracked the goddamn case. How do we stop global warming? It's obviously overpopulation. That's the cause, right, guys? There's too many goddamn humans. So ready for this one? Every time a baby is born, we give it a vasectomy. That way, idiots can't be pregnant, right? You can't have a dumb baby anymore. You have to go into the hospital and be like, hey, I want a kid now. There's no, like, there's planning. That's Planned Parenthood. Can you believe that shit? How has no one thought of this? Duh! God. And I think it was because the amount of nervousness that I felt prior of going on stage forced me to run through every scenario while I was on stage. I told myself, I am going to be a level of myself times 1,000 when I jump on stage, and screaming and yelling and acting out and just being myself, but being myself on crack, right? And honestly, it worked. I mean, people genuinely laughed at it. I mean, I was so absurd and crazy, and my material kind of helped me out, and I felt comfortable up there after I got my first laugh. I was able to just be in the moment. The problem with that one time I went up is it's really hard to emulate. When I went to Soul Joel's, I bombed so hard. I mean, I don't even want to think about that set. I hope I don't even have footage of that set. It was so bad. I didn't write any jokes with punchlines, and I didn't use any stuff that I knew was going to work. I just wrote a bunch of new stuff hoping that people would laugh. I don't even know. It was so bad. The one thing that Soul Joel's kind of taught me is you need to talk to other comedians who do this. It's really important to find people who are doing this as well, because in a time where it was so hard to find open mics that were truly stand-up related, I mean, we were doing open mics at poetry readings and musical open mics, and talking to someone who does this regularly was like, hey, there's a humongous Philadelphia scene that's going on right now. You guys should come check it out. So that's what we did. We jumped in the car and drove to Philadelphia, and we found our way at 2nd Street.
Everyone lower your fucking standards. I can already tell. Way too fucking high. Drop them. Alright? You guys like cancel culture? Woo! Who the fuck? No! I hate cancel culture. And it really just comes down to me missing Harvey Weinstein movies. Like, dude, that guy was fucking good at casting, right? Where does he get these chicks? Where have they been? Listen, I'm just gonna be honest here. I would suck 100 of Harvey Weinstein dicks just to get half of what those women have gotten. Please, Harvey.
You swear I'm gonna be the lead. All right, Harvey, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, you guys like that one? You're gonna love the next one.
So fucking performance.
All right.
Everything was different when everyone in the room was a comedian. I mean, when we went here, it would be rare to find someone who wasn't a comedian in this place. They're super critical of your set because, well, they know all the tricks. They know what's good and what's bad. They know what's a cheap trick. They know what's an easy laugh. They know... They've been around this long enough to know if you're good or not, basically.
I was asking you, do you have answers? Where are the answers?
Wait, real quick. How does it work when you use extra virgin olive oil? No, seriously.
No, I can't.
Let's talk about it. No. Don't fucking do this bullshit. I'm drunk Adderall. I'm a caricature.
It's Bubba Gum.
Tell us who the fuck you are. What is it like to have oil on your dick and sucking?
Whoa, Peggy.
I am helping him.
Okay, all right.
I gotta be honest, I like you enough that I want you to do better than this.
And well, I'm not good. So I thought it would probably be a good idea to ask these comedians, how do I get good? And there was honestly a reoccurring answer. It wasn't like there was a shortcut, there wasn't some special trick. It was just come here and do it. Like, come to places and swallow up stage time. Like, you need to be on stage. You need to just get comfortable telling jokes, writing, and it's just, you need to do it. That's the bottom line. Is there's no easy way of being like, I need to get on stage and risk sucking every time to see what's good. Do you have like any advice for people just starting?
Well, I guess come out to places like this. I guess that's a good start.
This is honestly so true because comedy is one of those it is probably the weirdest art form in the fact that you can't practice alone. Like, standing in front of the mirror, explaining your set or going over your set, pretending, it doesn't work because, well, there's not an audience there. You don't know if it's good or not until you do it in front of an audience. You need the audience. It's the key variable of stand-up. So you don't know if there's a guarantee for a laugh until you do it in front of an audience. So just get out there and do it. That's step one. Just do it. Nike, not sponsored.